India is set to be developing a cryptocurrency intelligence tool to combat cyber fraud. Now, in a move to tackle the surge in cryptocurrency-related illegal activities, Ministry of Home Affairs is developing a cryptocurrency intelligence and analysis tool, also acronym CIAT. The project is reportedly being executed by the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, a Home Ministry establishment. Now, CIAT will monitor the dark net and is expected to identify and monitor cryptocurrency wallets involved in transactions. It will have the ability to send alerts in cases where transactions are conducted through specific accounts which exhibit suspicious behavior or are unusually high in transaction volumes. What is the new platform going to be? Kartik Malhotra joining in with details. Kartik, hi.
Hi, Shweta.
It's a good positive move in a sense where government is hoping to crack down on illegal use or illicit use of cryptocurrency. However, very difficult to monitor.
Shweta, see, I think there's no surprise there. Indian government has been very anti-crypto and has attracted the wrath of anybody who has been bullish on cryptocurrency. So even at the G20, while all nations participating in the G20 summit here in India did agree to developing a common framework and common guidelines to really understand how cryptocurrencies can be regulated, I think monitoring and really, ethically hacking into that entire blockchain to decipher what is happening on the dark web, who is using which cryptocurrency to what effect, is going to be a very daunting task. So while this ICCC, the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Committee under the Ministry of Home Affairs is putting forward this brave front of developing a tool which can actually identify and monitor cryptocurrency usage, the whole purpose, the whole idea of a cryptic currency like a cryptocurrency is that its activities cannot be tracked. And
it
then
should be untraceable.
Absolutely. That's the whole claim to fame of cryptocurrency, and that is why it has been used, as per reports. I don't know who's been able to track it, but it has been used for, for drug trafficking or for even the Indian government's fear of terror financing. We don't know whether that's true or not. But the whole point is, you may form a cell, you may form a committee, you may try to develop a tool that has a lot of intelligence built into it, but will it really be able to penetrate the dark web? Will it really be able to identify which wallets have used which cryptocurrency to fund what kind of an activity? If it's able to do it, I think it calls for a reinvention of the blockchain and it calls for a reinvention of the very format of cryptocurrency. So if India is one of the countries which is able to develop a tool that can break through that blockchain, I think kudos to India's intelligence, but that would definitely be a loophole that cryptocurrency developers will want to plug.
All right, but has to try, especially on the back of the fact that there are allegations, there are reports that suggest that cryptocurrency is in fact used for a lot of illicit activity on the dark web. I think it's important. I think it's pertinent for the government to at least make sense of where the money is going. Although blockchain technology ensures that it's untraceable, you can't see and you can't find out where it's gone to who it's gone to. But I think timestamp is one of the way in which the government is hoping to look into it. But my question is about India's commitment to not just look at crypto as something to fear, but to regulate it, and which is what India has said in its final New Delhi declaration, the G20 declaration, which was adopted here in the national capital, that we will be adopting the IMF FSB paper and looking to perhaps come up with regulations for all G20 countries.
Absolutely.
That could be the future of cryptocurrency.
Absolutely, it should be, and ideally, it should go down that route. But the only challenge that emerges from, an argument like that is that, regulation versus really penetrating into the blockchain are two different things. Regulation can come by way of regulating the crypto exchanges. Regulation can come by way of monitoring what is the physical cash being used to transact at a crypto exchange domestically or internationally. And hence you would know how are Indian citizens and those who have Indian bank accounts really transacting with the world outside by way of buying cryptocurrencies. Now, where cryptocurrencies actually get used and where cryptocurrencies eventually find their eventual transaction base is something which I feel is going to be very difficult for the government or for any government to eventually break through into.
All right, and that is going to be the big challenge, but perhaps the new CIAT or the crypto analysis tool will be able to do that. We'll bring you more details as and when they emerge.